Hello, 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 and welcome to Eco. We're just going to say 8 because it was 8.0, and then after a million patches, it's like 8 point a million different numbers. So, the big update with Eco and all the patches. I had a Let's Play episode 1 already up, but I went ahead and took that down, or will be taking it down, because it was when our server launched a couple days ago. Realized that doing a tutorial Let's Play with a new server launching is just too hard to walk y'all through how to do things while trying to follow chat and help everybody on there because it's just too many random things all at once. So, started a single player new world. We are going to start from the beginning, skip the tutorials because I've done it a million times and it's going to walk you through that anyway. So, where to start? Okay, I've walked around for a little while, find a good area. I think we're going to set up camp here. I like to be off the water because you need water for some of the higher end equipment. I also like to be in between two biomes so that my farm up here, when we get to that point, can expand and I can grow more things because some things grow in different biomes. So I'll have it going this way to where here I can grow things in the tropical biome and here I can grow things in the grassland biome, which to me makes perfect sense. But we'll get into that later too. One thing you do want to check when you start a new world, either way, if you're getting your own server or new player, or I mean not new player, single player. Sorry, I had pulled up commands earlier. Is when you first log in, it's going to say ecosystem, and then have this. You want to hover over the 68. You want to make sure that you have all the animals that are needed to actually play the game, because some things you have to research with animals. Like we have no bighorn sheep, we only have 4 bison. And as we get into the biomes those animals can be in or survive in, I'll show you how to spawn some in so that you have them available. Foxes and turkeys, for some reason, never really have many. I think every world I've done, the most amount of foxes I've had is 3, and the most turkeys is 7. I don't even see turkeys. Did I miss it? Is it up here? Are you up here? Yeah, see, this one has none. So we will be spawning those in just to get the world running. If they go extinct, they go extinct. I refuse to spawn any more in, but to get it moving, because you kind of have to have everything, because everything has a purpose. Prickly pear fruit will spawn seeds in, plant those to get them growing. So I'll show you how to do that as we move along. So let us set our tent down. And you'll see with the tent, I set it down for minutes. Long enough to get the campfire out of it and the workbench, and then I pick it back up because when you have your base, you don't really need a tent, and you got to get your tools out of it. So we're just going to put you over here in a corner. Oh, it's backwards. That would bother me. Sorry. Okay, we'll put you right here because you're not going to be there long. Okay, then you go up and you click on your tent. We're going to need 2 workbenches. I do 2 of almost every machine because it speeds up the process. And then we're also going to want 2 campfires. Sometimes I'll do 3 or 4 campfires, but because I'm trying to keep it simple, we're going to do smaller things. So, let's start with 2 workbenches. And I like to pre-queue things, so as I'm doing stuff and adding to it, it will just be cooking the things that need to be cooked while we are out gathering. Put things in the slots I like them in. Goes there, pickaxe goes here. We are going to need food. I'm going to show how to do land claims. It's not really necessary in single player, but we will do it anyway. So, first thing we need to do is A, stop clicking on my dual screen so I can move around. That would be very helpful. B, we need logs to make our workbench. So, we will get a few logs. As soon as you're done the tutorials, usually it gives you 2 stars with your skills that you're going to master in. I actually got this world set up and then I had to babysit until she took a nap, so I ended up getting 3 stars while I was sitting in limbo because I forgot to log out because I am really bad about being in a game. You can't die in this game, kind of like Rising World and some others, you die of starvation. You don't die here, you just get too weak to work. And if you don't die, then I just forget to even log out. Okay, get the workbenches going. extra logs. I'm going to go ahead and use a couple of stars. We want one to be... where am I? Is it Mason? Yes, I always put one in mining, only because it gives you the iron pickaxe. See, right there's iron pickaxe. And then we'll keep this on our backpack so that we have that if the iron pickaxe breaks. A lot of the stones you can't mine without a better pickaxe, so makes it a little more easy to access certain things. And we are also going to get... Can't get any of those. Advanced campfire cooking. Yes, so that we can get some of the other recipes unlocked later. The third one I'm going to wait on until I know which way I want to go yet. I'm actually going to bring this pickaxe down and put it beside it. Only because some rocks I'm going to use that on, others I'll use the iron one on to kind of save the stamina, because I'm not going to have iron to repair my iron pickaxe for a while. They break, but they don't stop working. It just makes it to where it burns a lot of your calories and you're going to have to eat a lot more. I am going to hover over my town name and change the name of my town, Destiny Glen. Doesn't really work for me. I name all of mine Terminus after The Walking Dead, because that's mine and my son's favorite show. You can also change the color of your deed, which I always do. Which is kind of my thing too, like a cayenne or turquoise. So now pull up M and look on the map, it will have my deed as turquoise because that's what I changed it. I also don't like multiple markers popping up for the exact same thing, so I'm going to click on Destiny Stockpile and remove that. That way it's not things on top of each other. Okay, it takes 2 hits, but you can do it with a regular stone. I couldn't remember. And I like the mining one because when you level up, you can get it to where you can just hit it once and there's no big chunks, which is so much faster when digging out your tailing mine and such. If you see on the left there's a little arrow pointing up, that means you're doing something that you're starred in. When it has the little red X, it means you're doing a work function that you're not starred in. Just so that you know you're not getting any credit for what you're currently doing. Okay, let's pull the workbenches out. And set them down so we can have the limestone being formed into stone. Where do we want to set you? I'm going to build my house out towards the water. I like doing that because then when you get to the glass, I can make a glass floor, which looks really cool when you see the fish underneath it. And, I'll put it over here. I don't have to worry about flattening area to put my house on. Or digging it up to make it flush. Okay, first thing I always make is stockpiles. So, we're going to go with 2 stockpiles. I also make storage chests for all the food and seeds to go in until I'm ready to use it. Storage chests. And then we also need a stone scythe, which is here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's just logs. We'll do that. Now let's go get some more logs. I usually save the Let's Plays and I do all the pre-getting resources before I even record, so I have plenty to go when I start recording, but be doing kind of a tutorial one this time. I'm going to do all of it. Where'd my tree go? You do not want to leave the pulp or the stumps because it will cause debris, which will cause ground pollution. And it's ugly. And you get seeds from the pulp. Too hungry to work already? Yeah, we're going to need to go get more food. We'll cut this, get this moving, and then we'll go get food next door. Come back, flying log. Why are you on my head? Like, come on now. At least you don't have body damage, so I'm pretty sure my lumberjacking skills would cause me to be murdered daily. Put that in. Still needs 12 logs, it tells you on the screen. You could turn that off, which I do in multiplayer, but I keep it on in single player. Because I like to know what I'm missing, so I know what to go get. Okay. We need to turn this limestone into regular stone. So we are going to process all the limestone. So we need regular stone to make our campfire so that we can cook food. Cooked food is better than raw food as far as how long it lasts and what you get for eating it. You want to keep your diet evenly balanced, which as you can see right now mine is not, and in the beginning I don't care, I have to get going, so you gotta start somewhere. So we'll just eat a lot of papayas and stuff, but as we progress I'll show you how to make the better foods. They give you crazy skill points. Not necessarily skill points. It gives you a better experience ranking, I think is what it's considered now, to where you get skill points faster. The better you eat, the faster you get your next star. And they might come fast in the beginning, but they slow down like crazy as it progresses. Okay, let's grab the rest of the stone for the campfires. They might have changed it to where the iron pickaxe, or not the iron one, the stone pickaxe breaks more in one of the patches. We'll go test it out right here on the, is that Granite or Genesis? Oh yeah, you don't need mining now to, well man, I just wasted a star because I didn't know that. Good to know though. Because for a while there you had to have the mining skill because you had to have a better axe to be able to, pickaxe, to be able to really break anything except for sandstone or coal. Good to know. Guess I should have read the updates, but there were so many coming so fast on here and Rising at the same time that I was just keeping up on some games updates. My bad. Oh well, we learned something new today. You will move very slowly through the tall grass, so I'll be hopping around a lot. Process that. Let's process that into stone. This still needs 2 logs. Are either of our campfires done yet? Did I not start them yet? I probably didn't start them yet. Our stockpiles are done. And we have 1 storage chest. What is eating up the stone? I didn't make anything that needs stone, so why are the campfires not done? If the stone is gone. Oh, I guess it's just slowly coming? No, those 20 I just made are gone. What the heck are you doing to me, game? Stranger things have happened, so it's okay. We'll let that work on that. We'll get some more logs. You need to go away because you're bothering me because you're in my way. There. These trees give lots of wood, but they are kind of a pain to cut down unless you have the better axe or the chainsaw. Not as big of a pain as stinking red oaks, though. I'll give you that, so... Just keep cutting. Trucking along. Gives you a whole new appreciation for the chainsaw and the better tools that you'll assemble, so I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna get the pulp later. Right now I don't have any food. So I need the calories. So I'll get that later too. Let's get the campfires done so that we can food to eat. Choppy chop. Yes, yes, I went the wrong way. The whole long way. Let's throw another stockpile down. Right, Chura. These I'll probably be moving later also, so. Quit running! Rolling. I said it's rolling, not running. I don't have legs. Scooby-Doo. Okay, you're bothering me, so I can't wait. And we can eat raw food if we have to. It just doesn't last long. I could put a star in lumbering right now because it would give us the iron. Oh, I already have 20. The iron axe, but I really don't want to waste any stars with not having anybody to help with the workload on here. Okay. You have got to go. Shovel. Goodbye. Are the campfires done? They are now. Yay. So we're going to put those down. You go up there. If you left shift when you pull something from one pile to another, it will actually pull all of that one thing that you're selected on. So I just learned that recently, and that is quite handy instead of having to pull them all over individually. You want to just, you go there, you go there. Here, top left where the pencil is, you can change the name. This is going to be seeds. You go there. Oh, I just ate them. Double left mouse click, not right click. Right click is how you can move them without having to drag them. Pulp. And plant fibers can go over there with that. I do not like unnecessary things in my inventory. Okay, we will put you up here by the chest, since food will be in the chest. Yeah, you need logs. Okay, that's got to come out of my bar. I keep the claim stakes on me only because I like to put my house and stuff on the grid, like within the game's claims, so having it on me makes it easier to line it up properly, or when you do roads. Okay, now we are going to cook us up some grub. Don't have much because I haven't explored at all. Cook those. We'll cook. What else do we have? This should suffice us just for a very small amount of time. We're almost out of energy again. So let's go grab a couple more papayas, or pineapples, or whatever we find over here. I will eat you. And then we'll right click to nom nom them. I just clicked over to my second monitor again, sorry. Still getting used to that. Let's burn our calories, get rid of this. If you'll see the little food chart on the bottom left is like pretty much just 2 colors right now. You really want that to be 4 different colors and all evenly placed to get the best XP. But as I said, we will work up to that. It's progress. Three years later. I will say that I will not cut down any redwoods while I have it recording, because that seriously would be like 20 minutes of recording of just cutting a tree. I will save you from that. They give great wood. They give like 600 to 800 wood, but it is literally at least 20 minutes of cutting. Let's put that down. Article. Let's jump over here. Okay, next thing we want to make is a stone scythe and a wooden hoe. So we'll continue cutting while that's cooking. I don't know why I say cooking. It's not cooking, it's crafting, but... So when I say something's cooking, it actually means crafting. I don't know why. That's just how I say it, don't judge. Get the rest of this. Scoop-a-doop. And as we're doing more, I'll get more amusing with all this. Just right now, it's the beginning grind that... It's fun, but I've done it so many times. It's kind of like, okay, let's just get this part over with so we can get to the fun parts. Okay. Next thing we want is a repair station. Repair table, sorry. So we're going to need 24 plant fiber. I'll tell you what you're missing here, and 22 more stone. So let's go. Did I already throw that stone out? I did. Let's go over here. Another reason I picked this spot is after a few days, then we'll be using our mine to get resources to turn into stone. But in the beginning, you don't have a tailings mine, therefore you have to have a stone source of some type. Therefore, this is the best little area. Here, and you turn that into stone, so we're going to do 40. There's only 20 there, but we're going to go get 20 more. That's good. Let's go get 20 more. Not fall in the water. You can also hold E down and move your mouse to pick up stuff instead of having to constantly click E. Which is quite useful. Oh, I don't fall in the water. Come here. We'll grab a little more stone. We're stoners now. Physically, though, not literally. Or are you? No judgment. Limestone. After this episode, which is in just a little bit, I am going to probably go collect a bunch of trees and a bunch of stone and have it ready so that we have supplies on hand for the next episode. You go here. You go in seeds. You go up her. It's better to start from being organized at the beginning. It's too hard to do when you're halfway in. Food goes here. Seeds go here. More food. And that tiny stockpile and that campsite's about to be gone anyway, so we'll put another stockpile down over there. Okay, we need plant fibers for the repair station. Which is what you need the scythe for. freak out. The trash man is here. The actual garbage man, not like some funny name I call my husband. That is more than enough. So, it comes to come over here and just throw those in there. Actually, we can go there too. And we will go over here with our handy dandy hammer. No, we're not going to pick that up. Not this one. This is going to be wood gold. Plant fibers. No, they're not pitched yet. And we will take our Handy Dandy hammer and hit that. Bring that up. This is not being used, so let's pull this. I don't ever use the torch or the torch stand. I like the stone braziers, and they last a lot longer. Stockpile down. Right, draw. I also love that all these things wink. As long as you're within so many blocks. So from this I can see everything. I think it's 10 blocks. 10 or 12. One or the other. We have more limestone to turn. Turn the limestone. No, not 30. 20. Let's grab our repair bench that should be done. Oh, that's a research table. I don't want that yet. I mean, we'll want that later. We want the repair station, because, you know... I hit the wrong button, my bad. Well, while we're waiting on that, we can go clear this area out, because I'm going to want these evenly done. I mean, evenly, like, beside each other, not at this... not at the angle. Placement is key. Unroll that. And then dirt will just turn into dirt ramps. I also like to have a row to be able to walk around everything, so I usually go one row behind them. So we'll do that real fast. To fill in holes or stuff with dirt, you can only pick up one stack or one dirt at a time, but if you go to your stockpile, you can actually put 10 in your shovel at one time. So you always want to put them in your stockpile and then pick them up from there. Don't transfer dirt one at a time. If I'm doing like major terraforming, I'll bring a stockpile with me, throw them all in there, and then pull them from there. It might seem like an extra step, but trust me, it is 10 times faster. Clear this out of the way. Back to our shovey. I think we need to go one more. And clay. That'll come in handy later. Another reason I like to be in between these two. I like the snow biome, but it's just lacking in a lot of resources. So, if you're between the grasslands and the tropical is where you have all loads and loads of clay. So, that comes in handy when you're doing stone and brick. Let's move this so we can move that stockpile back. Take our research bench. Move you. Move our one lonely clay and our one lonely sand. go, go. What is blocking it? Okay, we can go over one. Oh. I didn't see that. Sneaky little tree spawning up on us. There we go. And we are going to make this the wood stockpile. So all things wood related. Go Shura. This is going to be stone. And ore. Definitely not for food. That can go in our backpack. We need another stockpile. Make that. That we'll probably put that way. I don't. Yeah, we'll put it over here, and then I'll end up moving these around because as the house is built this way, I want to be able to link stuff to it. But I like keeping them organized from the jump. Oh, we can put a repair station down. I forgot that was ready. So repair station, we go there. That way we can fix our axe and not burn so many calories. Which is another really good reason to have stone and wood as soon as you can. Can we move you? You're working, so I can't move you. I'm gonna move this one. Move it back that way. Work faster! Stockpiles take so long. Let's put the repair station up for now because we don't need it until we have a house to put it in. And let's go see if we can find a little bit of food because that's not going to last us very long, that's for sure. I'll grab a pumpkin or two. Before, the pumpkins were only to make lanterns, so I never grabbed them. I don't want to waste my inventory space on them. If you were, I'll show you when we get to something like that. Let's go up the mountain. Jump, jump, jump. Because we're going to need to find huckleberry and amanita mushrooms for one of the, I think it's farming or fertilizing scroll. Huckleberries are usually by rivers and streams. Amanitas are usually in the tropical biome. Sometimes in the deserty grassland. Swap out. Oh, hello wolf. Sorry, I did not see you. Thank God you're not aggressive and you don't eat me like in Wylands. Because then I would be a dead person spawning back at the beginning and traveling all the way back over here again. Just grab whatever food you can. Leave at least one of each plant where you find it. If it's not a plant that respawns like tomatoes, the vine stays. It respawns automatically. Beets and corn and other stuff, you want to leave at least one so that it continues to spawn there. If you take it all, it will stop coming there. And if you use all of one of your resources, like a certain plant, say you used all the tomatoes and that's what the wolf likes to eat, then the wolves will die and go extinct and you can't get them back. Let's go over here. Jump. Crisscross will make you. We need huckleberries. Which we don't have to find right now. We need a house before we worry about recipes, but ooh. wheat you need for so many things, so I always grab, snatch it up. I'm going to leave that one so it continues to spawn here. Grab that. There's some more corn. Jump. Like I said, I jump through these because you just walk too fast. Slow drives me crazy, so. I'll take you, we'll leave you. Jump. They had the effect in like he gets hurt, or our player gets hurt when you jump. So I'm wondering if ball damage is something they're going to include later. Oh, huckleberries. Score one for us. Okay, just so that we know, we're going to mark this area so we know that huckleberries spawn here. So it's / the word mark, and then you type in what you want to mark, which will make a waypoint. So see now here there's a waypoint that tells us where to go for huckleberries. You can also look on the map, but I prefer waypoints because it tells me which way to walk. So I'm not having to keep opening up my map. Huckleberries stay on the plant, so you don't have to worry about taking them all. They auto respawn. You also want all the ferns, or I think it's called fiddleheads in here. So those are good for a lot of the salads. So I stock up as I see them and I'm out venturing. Because I might not need it right now, but I will need it later. And I am a resourceaholic. Anything I see that I could use in any game I play, I scoop it up. Some more huckleberries. We only have 12 and 4 seeds. Wow. Jump and jump. There's a burn. Oh, it's not ripe yet. Look, I let the planet sit for like 6 hours after I launched it so that things could ripen up. Sheesh, man, isn't that long enough? I mean, it's not like this horrible wish to have everything at my fingertips immediately after launching it. That's doable, right? Thank you for not killing me, animals. It was a nice change of pace. I don't have to be scared when I hear that, because I know you're calling your little friend buddies. You hear that whiling, you go find your base and run inside and slam the door. Or maybe that's just me. Only if I'm far from spawn, though. If I'm close to spawn, then I'll just go after the animal. But if I'm far from spawn, I am not trying to spawn back at the beginning. Therefore, I will run like a little bitch. I accept that. Hello, elk. We will be needing you later. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's... Oh, I don't have enough inventory space. Okay, we'll do that later. I don't generally get the skill in hunting, but it does allow you to be able to hunt faster, more effectively, and easier. So, I mean, it's not... On single player, it's kind of necessary because you need the carcasses and the hides for skill scrolls and for recipes that are good on experience points. This isn't too bad of a little gathering spree. Just gonna jump around in here because this grass sucks for walking in. And when I find good locations, I'll actually cut the grass all out so that I can get in and out of it quicker. I think we've got enough for now. And we are 300 meters from home, so let's start. Did I see huckleberries? Or did I see that wrong? Thought I saw them. I was seeing things. Let's start adventuring home. See what we can gather on the way. There's usually beans in this biome here. I don't see any yet. Hello, beans. Come out wherever you are. They're usually chilling with the ferns, but... Let's see, do we have beans? Or is that something we need to spawn in? I can't see it. Does that? No. That works. Does it say how many are in the game? No. Like if you're trying to see if you have enough foxes before you go hunting, you can type in the word fox, hover over it, and it will tell you population 0. So I know I need to spawn in some foxes. However, I'm not going to spawn them in until I'm in the correct biome for them. Which, let's see what that even is. I might be in it and I just don't know it. Zoom out some. Environmental data. Aminal. Fox. I think fox capacity because there is no population. Oh, we're actually not far from where they should live. So yeah, we can spawn them in. / I think it's spawn, animal, space, not gox, fox, spawn 10 and see if they survive 10. Run free, foxes, all my pretty little babies. They're gonna run to the biome that they want to live in. But if they're too far from the biome, like I was saying, they won't survive. They'll just die again. And tomorrow we'll check the fox population, see if it's staying good, getting bigger, what the deets are on it. Hello, mountain goats. Oh, I don't have any inventory space. Bamboo shoots are good food to cook. You can't throw anything away in this game because it... Say you take the seed and you bring it over here and you throw it in the trash can. It's going to put a little bag under you for about 2 hours, I think. I don't even know how long it's there. But after a little while, it becomes pollution and like this melted, molded ugliness. So yeah, I don't do that. There is a mod for a trash can, but I don't use that either. Because everything can be used to make something. Oh, it's snow. My favorite biome. However, just no resources are over in it. The snow biome on this map was horrible. There's like nothing at all there and it's teeny tiny. I don't know why I'm getting this weird lag. I need to get around the mountain. Well, I have my shovel on me, so we're going to make ourselves a stair. And there you go. Now you can get down. I always wander around with a shovel because you can make little makeshift stairs to get where you need to go. Oh. Okay, well. We'll go for a little swim. We're getting hot anyway. Up. There we go. We've already been through here. So we're close to home. 70 meters. So on that note, I will end this episode. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you next episode, which will be uploaded probably in an hour or so, because I'm going to batch record tonight, or today. So, hope you enjoyed it. I know it's kind of boring in the beginning, but it'll get a lot more fun, and we will have loads of new things and stuffs to do. So, see you next time. Remember, when gaming, have fun, play hard, but in real life, be the change you wish to see in the world. Bye-bye.